You caught me. I'm here at Woodlawn to find out about some day trips in parks. Come on along. Hello, I'm Carolyn Wainwright, and this is The Park Show, your guide to the Montgomery County Park System. In today's show, we'll be looking at field trips and fall forays offered through the Department of Parks. We've got excursions for everybody, from school-age kids to seniors, to all sorts of places. Chincoteague Island or the Shenandoah Mountains, nature centers, or historic homes like this one here at Woodlawn Manor Park. But before we hit the road, let's get this month's park headlines from the park bench. Hi, Kate Stookey.
Thanks, Carolyn. Well, the fall is always busy here at the park, so let me bring a few events to your attention, beginning with the coolest ones. We've got two fantastic ice skating performances in September. The Fall Skating Exhibition is on the 16th at Cabin John Ice Rink from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m., and the Wheaton Ice Fest is at Wheaton Ice Arena on September 16th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Both events are free. For more information, go to montgomeryparks.com and click on our events calendar. On September 24th, the half marathon in the parks will take off from downtown Rockville. Organized by the Montgomery County Roadrunners Club, the course snakes through Rock Creek Park and along the Capitol Crescent Trail, as well as through many neighborhoods. To view the course or get registered, go to parkshalfmarathon.com. Volunteer positions are available too. Any artists out there? Well, then you might consider taking classes at our School of Botanical Art, held at the beautiful Macrillis Gardens in Bethesda. Registration for the fall semester has just started. Programs vary from an intensive, accredited curriculum in botanical illustration to informal, open studio sessions. Check out brooksideGardens.org for details. In other news, we're excited about a new project that will be ready for the community soon. Phase 2 of the Ovid Hazen Wells Recreational Park in Clarksburg, designed to reflect our agricultural heritage. Park will feature a new playground, upgraded ball fields, hiker-biker trails, and other recreational facilities. The land was donated to the park system by Hallie Wells in honor of her husband, Ovid Hazen. It includes 290 acres, which also is the site of the Red Wiggler Community Farm. The farm employs adults with developmental disabilities who grow high-quality organic vegetables to sell to the public. In fact, on Saturday, September 9th, a harvest supper will be held at the Ovid Hazen Wells Park to celebrate the farm's 11th growing season. Proceeds will go to the Red Wiggler Farm. For more information on this, please go to redwiggler.org. Another up-county park is going through some changes. In August, the County Council approved a new lease for the Soccerplex at South Germantown Recreational Park. Changes include longer hours and adding lighted fields and artificial turf are under consideration as well. The lease also provides for more county oversight to ensure financial viability. And finally, just because the kids are back in school does not mean summer's over. The Splash Playground and miniature golf courses at South Germantown Recreational Park are open weekends through September. The boat rentals at Little Seneca and Boyd's are available then too. But please note, the boat rentals at Lake Needwood in Rock Creek Regional Park are closed for the rest of the season due to flooding this past June. Down County, kids can keep riding the rails at the miniature trains at Cabin John and Wheaton on September weekends, or pick out that special jumper on the Wheaton Carousel. Again, the park's website will give you exact dates and times. Here are a few more activities for your to-do list. I told you we were busy. See you next time.
Well, to add to all that fun, I'm also going to recommend field trips. The Department of Parks offers field trips of every kind for every age. They're held at our nature centers, public gardens, and historic sites. Whether you're a part of a school group or a daycare center, a scout pack or a teen club, a local business, or a senior citizens group, have we got a trip for you. The field trips may include a behind-the-scenes tour or a visit to one of our nature centers. If you like living history, Woodlawn Manor Park in Sandy Spring is a great place to spend the day, while the Agricultural History Farm Park in Durwood offers a turn-of-the-last-century farm. The Trolley Museum in Colesville welcomes groups onto its vintage trolleys and to tour the car barns, too. With more than 32,000 acres of parkland in the system, there's plenty of nature to explore as well. How about taking a van trip to one of our lakes to observe the local waterfowl migration? Our van trips also cross county lines. For example, this fall, we'll be offering trips to the National Arboretum, the C&O Canal, Chincoteague Island, the Shenandoah Mountains, historic Ellicott City, the Antietam Battlefield, Sugarloaf Mountain, and lots more. Most of our field trips are listed in the Parks Guide, but you can also create your own programs. Just call our offices for more information on when, where, and what to focus on. Brookside Gardens in Wheaton is another great place to take a group. Recently, I met with Leslie McDermott, who told us about their trips. Hi, Leslie. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Carolyn.
Tell us, what kind of on-site tours here at Brookside Gardens can groups participate in?
We have youth group tours for the Wings of Fancy live butterfly exhibit, which ends on September 17th. And we also have private tours for adult groups. This fall, we will highlight a number of the gardens, and we'll have walking tours where we'll talk about different flowers, shrubs, and trees and how they can accentuate your landscape at home. And then in November and December, we have behind-the-scenes tours of the conservatory. And you'll learn from the gardeners about how they go about designing and installing those fabulous seasonal displays.
Leslie, what about the field trips that go a little bit farther afield?
Well, if you're looking for a day-long excursion, we can take you there. Our first trip is to Horticulture Magazine's 3rd annual garden fair hosted at Winter Tour Gardens in Delaware.
Sounds great.
That is a one-of-a-kind plant sale. There'll be dozens of nurseries there offering new and rare plants. And of course, we'll have time to tour the gardens and the estate, and that's on September 15th. Our next tour is on October 3rd, and that's to the Montgomery County Champion Trees. And we'll visit several private homes, and we'll see where the champion trees can be found. And then we'll stop by Woodlawn Manor and see the magnificent trees they have there. Then on December 5th, we'll go down for a Richmond tour, and we'll visit the mansion at Maymont and see their beautiful holiday decorations.
So cool.
After that, we'll head across town to the Garden Fest of Lights over at Lewis Ginter Botanical Gardens.
That takes us outside of Brookside Gardens. Anything else going on at Brookside Gardens that people should know about if they've got a group?
Right. If you can't make it away for a whole day, then you don't have to worry about that because we've got a spectacular fall lecture series planned. We have noted speakers talking on topics ranging from seed heads in the natural garden by celebrated author and garden designer Noel Kingsbury, and Native American fruits by author and syndicated columnist Lee Reich, and those are just 2 of the lectures.
Great.
Staying closer to home, we have the Children's Day on Saturday, September 16th from 11 to 4.
I've brought my grandchildren to that event. It's fabulous.
Well, this year's theme is on Native American fun, and you could spend a whole day learning about Native American culture, foods, and children's crafts.
How can people sign up for all of these great events?
They can either stop by and pick up a copy of Experience, or they can go to register online at www.parkpass.org, or to call in a registration 301-962-1477.
Leslie, thanks, and save me a seat.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you, Carolyn.
If you like to hike and you're a history buff, I've got another great suggestion for your group for a day trip. Earlier today, I met with Susan Soderberg, historian with the Parks Department, who told us more about her programs. So Susan, what is the Underground Railroad hike?
Well, the Underground Railroad hike is a way for people to take their families and experience what it would have been like to travel and escape from enslavement on the Underground Railroad. Now, the Underground Railroad was not a real railroad, of course. What it was a group of people. These people had connections with each other and they worked in secret, and they were working against the law. But it worked very well, and thousands of people actually escaped to Canada on this Underground Railroad. The people had been escaping from enslavement before this time, but in the early 1800s is when the people got together to help people escape. And these people who helped were men and women, rich and poor, black and white, all different walks of life. And it's a wonderful part of our history where we have these heroes who remain pretty much, for the most part, anonymous, who help people escape from enslavement.
Susan, the Underground Railroad practically went up all the way up the east coast to Canada. What part did Montgomery County play?
Well, Montgomery County, you have to realize, was a slave state. The border between the slave and free states was the Mason-Dixon line, which is the northern border of the state of Maryland. And there were a number of different routes through Montgomery County going up to Pennsylvania.
And you think that this was a piece of it here at Woodlawn. Tell us about it.
Well, we have the village of Sandy Spring just north of here, which was founded by Quakers. It's a Quaker village. Woodlawn Manor is a Quaker farm. And we have no evidence that this trail was actually used by freedom seekers, but we do know that people in Sandy Spring, we have the names of several people who helped people escape to freedom.
If I bring my family on the trip, how long is it? How difficult is it? And can I bring my little grandchildren?
Well, the trail is 3 miles long, and the terrain is a little rough at times, uphill and downhill, and at one point you have to cross rocks across a stream.
Susan, can I take this trip on my own, or do I have to have a guide?
Well, both, or either. You can download the map from the internet at www.montgomerytrails.org, or we have trained guides, volunteers, who give guided hikes every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. from the Stone Barn at Woodlawn Manor. And they'll be doing that every Saturday until November 4th, which is our big hike. That's our celebration of Maryland emancipation.
Susan, in addition to the Underground Railroad, what other touring programs do you offer?
We have Oakley Cabin, which is a slave cabin built in the 1820s in Brookville, Maryland, on Brookville Road, and that is open on Saturdays from noon to 4, and also for group tours by appointment. And then we have the Agricultural History Farm Park. The Buzzard Farmhouse, built in 1908, will be open to the public shortly, and we will have the Harvest Festival there, annual Harvest Festival, the first weekend in October.
This has been great. Thanks so much for visiting with us.
You're welcome.
Again, the guide lists all of these great events as well as contact information for the nature centers and Brookside Gardens. And you can also log on to montgomeryparks.com. Well, that's it for today's show, but before I let you go, I'd like for you to meet the newest chairman of the planning board, Dr. Royce Hanson. Dr. Hanson, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be back.
Now, again, this is Be Back because this is your second time as chairman. How's it going?
That's right. Very well. I'm getting reintroduced to the staff, which is terrific. And I'm eager to get reintroduced to this great park system.
Well, we don't have a lot of time on this show, but I hope I can get you to come back in the very near future and we can sit down and chit-chat about some of your visions and goals for the system.
You can count on it.
All right. Well, now I'm going to put you to work. I want you to sign off with our guests and our friends on the Park Show. Go ahead.
Well, that's all for this time. Be sure to join us next time on the Park Show.